If I'm being honest with you, I was sold a dream as a child that women were always good people who could be trusted and would never lie or try to hurt someone. And I'm ashamed to admit that I believed that nonsense even when confronted with evidence that it wasn't true. They lied even more than men because they didn't want to hurt other people's feelings or put themselves in danger. They would do more evil and harm to you than good, and we see this every day with women dragging hardworking men through the judicial system and blatantly lying to get what she wants out of the situation. Whether it's to teach you a lesson, take away what you worked hard for because she believes she's entitled to it, or to see behind bars because her heart is so dark and murky. That's what men have to deal with now. I'm aware that men do the same thing and screw over other men and women, and we all lie, I know that. But at the very least, men face the consequences of their actions if they are found to be lying or attempting to endanger someone's life. Society will pour hellfire and brimstone on that man and make sure he pays. But for women, most of the time they get a slap on the wrist compared to what the man would have called if they had committed the same crime, because we are often too lenient in punishing women for their crimes and misdemeanors in American society. It's pretty obvious that women end up abusing their rights in the judicial system and the court of public opinion because they know they'll get away with it in most cases. None of you can claim this is hate or deception because the evidence is readily available on social media. The point of this video is not to hate or perpetuate the cycle of rage, but to understand them so you can protect yourself. The cold truth is that these people are frequently evil and disgusting. As a result, always assume that everything they say is a lie until their actions back it up, or you've seen undeniable evidence. Never forget that, gentlemen. When I look objectively at what they do to themselves, the people around them, and what they put men through to survive, I can say without a doubt that today's women are evil hands down. For example, women lie about paternity all the time, to the point where Jamaica has the highest paternity fraud rate in the world. A woman will deceive and lie to a man that the kid is his, and for decades that man will sacrifice and care for her and the child who isn't his, only for something to happen, and he learns the truth or he goes to the shadow realm without ever knowing the truth. Do you not consider that to be evil, or do you simply not care because it has not happened to you? Worse, society does not even punish the woman for her actions. How am I supposed to look at that without concluding that women are evil? If a man did something similar, he'd be thrown into the gully, his reputation ruined, and public opinion scorning him for the rest of his life. However, we give women a pass while still blaming the man. If you want to say that this is rage and that I'm bitter and hurt, fine. But if it happens to you, I'd love to hear your reaction. Now that the shoe is on the other foot, discussing what men do to women makes no sense because men are held accountable, and society has already acknowledged that men can be wicked and dangerous. So it is what it is, but at least we don't destroy people's lives on purpose for selfish gain at the rate that they do. When you look at single motherhood and its long-term effects on society, it is clear that many of today's problems with young men and women stem from women kicking fathers out of the house and lying to get child support. Women are incentivized to lie in order to get the father out of the home and out of the child's life, and this is where they will screw up the father's and the child's lives, even going so far as to lie to the child that the father abandoned them and turning the child against the father, allowing the child to live in poverty and struggle to prove a point or get state benefits. When things don't go as planned and the child grows up to be a gangbanger, she'll reach out to you to try to fix the kid. How can that be good? I've never heard of men doing things like that on a large scale, and statistically, men who assault women and contribute to society's demise come from homes without a father. Women get pregnant to try to keep men all the time, so if we're going to hold men accountable, we should also hold women accountable for choosing to open their legs to men who aren't father material. Every woman is aware of a man who will look after her and her child. Women file for divorce in droves, destroying their families, and I believe there is no country on the planet where men file for divorce more than women. So that alone tells the story of how women do not honor their marriage vows. I don't see the majority of women remaining with their husbands in sickness and in health, and certainly not until death do us part. So if you're getting married to a woman, you should be aware that whatever she said prior to you proposing and consummating the marriage is a lie. She just told you what you wanted to hear so she could get the ring, especially if she's an older woman. And when she becomes dissatisfied with the marriage for good or ill, she files for divorce. Divorced men will tell you that you won't know the woman until you see her in divorce court. This is where you'll see the devil come out of her because she believes she is entitled to everything you have and has no problem lying. Nothing will change their nature. They always prioritize themselves over the man and the children in most cases, and society has no problem with them because the family courts benefit from them. Every damn year, a crackhead mother will get primary custody of the child over a stable father. But if the man is on crack, he will never get primary custody because there is no monetary benefit to the courts. So women can lie, destroy their families, and put their children through hardship, and nothing will change that anytime soon. Be cautious of modern women and understand that they will lie to get what they want, even if it means sacrificing yourself and your children. Share the video with a man who needs to hear this message and click the like button. Remember, gentlemen, always assume what they say is a lie until proven otherwise.